Hi everybody, I'm back and I am back for a really quick reading on the financial system. And so what's happened is a few people have been mentioning Gasera or Gasera or however you want to pronounce that. So I haven't done a reading on anything like that because last summer I had a series of 5 readings during the new moon, full moon readings that was just basically talking to us and telling us that we had something going on with the financial system and that not to worry, that something else was going to come up underneath it and take care of it and it would be better. And that we had people working behind the scenes to make that happen. And if you all have been watching me for a while, you've heard me say a lot that I trust what the universe gives me, and I kind of set it and forget it. That's what I project, right? I get something good like that, and I'm like, all right, well, that's what's going to happen. But apparently there's this financial system that a lot of people are curious about, and it's called Nasara Gasara, or Nasara Gasara, or however you want to pronounce that. And so people are questioning, they're wanting to know, is that going to happen? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a reading, not necessarily based on that, because that's given something a label. And the way I look at it in my spiritual beliefs and my spiritual standpoint is we don't want to be focusing on something and giving it this label and focusing on that when something may not be that exactly, but it's something better, or it's something close to that, but it's not really actually called that. So let's not label it, okay? Let's just see what the universe wants to tell us about a new financial system coming in, okay? I think that's really the way to do it. Are we going to have a financial system come in that is in the best interest of the people, that is positive, and really has everyone's highest and greatest good for intentions? So let's ask it that way, okay? All right, let's not label it. I'm not big on labels, okay? So let's do that. Wow, you guys, holy crap. We are getting some massive cards around this. This is actually pretty confirming. All right. I just want to say, first off, we've got a lot of higher arcana cards. So this is a big deal, and it's universal, okay? So our archetype that's representing the question at hand, which is a new financial system which has the highest and greatest good for the people, that is very positive. Is that going to be coming in? Does it exist? And the archetype that's representing the question is the Lovers. And so, yes, it does exist. It does exist. And it's been in existence, or the idea of it, the dream of it, the goal of it has been in existence for quite a little while. It's just getting over the hump, right? It's getting over the hump. So a couple of things have to come together to make this all happen. But yes. Yep. So what's driving this whole reading is the Queen of Cups. And what that's saying is it's saying we the people, all of us, we can manifest this into being. What we focus on, we create. If you look at her, she is focused. She's really, really focused on something. So if we focus on something positive, we can co-create that. So that's the universe saying that's what's driving this whole thing. It's been something that has been focused on. and it has been being wished into being. So that's what's driving the whole reading, okay? All right, so across from us, all the way across from us, it is saying that the old financial system does have to die, so it's dying, has to die. And then above that, that's so that something new can be brought in, all right? Because that's what this card is. It's like bringing in a totally new idea of something completely different. It can be, you know, this card really represents like, this is way different than anything we've ever seen before, right? Breaking new ground, something totally new, something totally new. All right, so as we're manifesting these things, a few things have to happen. So we're manifesting this into being, right? But there does need to be a little bit of judgment. The judgment has to come in and clean up the rest of the old financial system. The old financial system has to completely die. It has to die. And the judgment is not making it die a slow death. At this point, it's going to create a rapid death. Does that make sense to you? So judgment's creating this rapid death of this old system, which does not work, okay? And these are all, this is, you know, the Lovers, Judgment, Death, those are all higher arcana cards. The universe is saying, this is something that's inevitable. It's inevitable, all right? So we come up and we're looking at what is above the judgment. We have the Devil. So, you know, it's cleaning up those ties that are binding, those old deals, those old systems. All of that has to be cleaned up first for us to break our new ground. And deals have to be made. So there are deals being made. The answer to the question is yes. Yes, there is a different financial system that is going to come into being. Deals have been made. It is in the works. It's in the works. The old system has to die. Judgment has to come in first. So with judgment, you know, we may not always see it until after the fact. But let's just clarify. It's not really giving us a time frame. And, you know, timelines can change. Energies change. Spirit doesn't really have time. I mean, time's an illusion. It doesn't really exist. So we're getting a big yes. It has been being manifested into being. It has been a main focus, and it's been a main focus for quite a while. We do have people working behind the scenes to break new ground to bring this to us. The old system is dying a slow death. It's going to die more of an abrupt death as soon as the judgment comes in and gives its call. It's going to break those chains that bind. So there's a lot of things within that system, right, that have to be broken apart within the money system. So that all has to be broken apart. Deals have been made. They've already been made. So what I got last year was that this was all in place, just waiting for the right time. So what we want to do is we want to just clarify. We're going to ask judgment to give us sort of a time frame and see if it will. We'll just see if the universe will give us a bit of a time frame. All right, so the King of Cups and the Magician. So there's a lot of stuff that has not been taken care of yet. There are things still under the surface that are getting cleaned up. That's what it says with the King of Cups. Like, there's still a lot under the surface, so it's not ready yet. And I don't think they want us to know exactly when that will happen. The Magician is there saying, you know, the Magician with the King of Cups. So there have been things that have been hidden. So the Magician and the King of Cups together, it's like hidden things under the surface, trickstery things under the surface that we don't know about. So that's what's been going on, and perhaps that's what's slowing down this whole process. So yeah, let's just ask that. Is this process, has it been slowed down because of tricksters and hidden things? Yeah, so it had to get walked away from for a minute. So they've walked away from this piece of things for just a minute. And yeah, judgment and justice. I mean, it's got to come in. The Wheel of Fortune will happen. So basically, this is the universe saying, this has got to happen in perfect timing. And things have to fall into place before it can happen. And they're not going to give us an actual timeline on that. But they're telling us that it is a real thing. So yes, there will be a different financial system that comes in that is positive, that's for the people. What it's going to be called, who knows? Who knows? We don't know what it's going to be called. What we do know is that we're seeing one higher arcana card after the other. So this has not been an easy mission, and it's not a completed mission, and it can't come in, it can't happen until every little duck is in a row, okay? I mean, we have to see the justice. There were things that had to be walked away from for a time. You know, there were things underneath the surface. People were playing trickstery things. So I would say maybe even some of the people involved in bringing in the new system may have been not forthright and not forthright. So there may have been some people working on this that said they were doing it for the betterment, but actually had like nefarious plans or nefarious ideas in the back of their head, right? So they've had to do a lot of cleanup. So judgment has to come in. That's the wake-up call, right? And the Wheel of Fortune, everything comes back around. So they had to walk away for a bit, but it will be coming back around. Our financial system is going to die. With this card, it's already kind of dead in the water. It's just, there's got to be a final splash, really, is what we're seeing with all of these extra cards. What we're going to get is something completely new. It's like breaking an entirely new ground. So it's something different than what any of us have thought or even imagined. So, you know, I would say don't focus on whatever this Nasara, Gasera stuff is. Honestly, just focus on a new financial system coming in that is positive, that's high vibrational, and that has the betterment. You know, it's coming into place for the betterment of humanity. The old financial system kind of doesn't work for all of humanity, does it? Let's be honest. There's some really shady things about our financial system, very shady. And it really only tends to work for those people that are higher up the chain. And it really does have these chains that bind the middle class and the lower class people. It's just kind of, it's a loop that they, you know, is often very hard to get out of. So let's just project the best thing for humanity. Let's not give it a label. Let's not give it a name. But it is going to happen. Deals have been made already. So yeah, it's going to happen, you guys. It's been being manifested for a long time. A very long time. So, you know, patience, patience, patience. So that's the reading that we're going to do today. Yes, it's coming. The universe isn't telling us when. There's a lot to it, as you can see, with all of those higher arcana cards. So we just need to be patient, okay? And we really need to project that into being. Maybe people have been putting labels on it. Maybe they've been calling it things, and we've been slowing down the manifestation of it. Connected, we're all connected consciously, and we're all co-creating and manifesting together. And so maybe we've been putting the wrong label on it. Maybe, you know, maybe we just need to focus on something positive coming in financially for the people that helps humanity move forward in a nicer way and an easier way for us to all manifest abundance and be able to create abundance for ourselves and our families and our neighborhoods, etc., etc. Okay? All right, so now I'm still going to stick with that question. We're still sticking with the financial system, and we're going to ask for a positive pull from the Oracle card So what else do we want to end with from the Oracle card regarding a positive financial system that will come in for the people? Whoop, this one fell out. We're going to grab two. All right. So protection. The universe says you, your loved ones, and your possessions are safe and protected by heaven. So focus on that. Focus on that. That's abundance. Knowing that you're protected, your family is protected, and your possessions are protected. Okay, so focus on that. All right. And then the second one is set your sights higher, increase your standards, and expect more of yourself. Don't settle. Now, we were asking in regards to the financial system. So what that means, as we're asking this in regards to a financial system, is pretty much what I was just saying. Don't label it. Set your sights higher. I haven't looked into what Gasera says it's going to do or be or whatever. And I'm not going to really, because I'm not too worried about it. Because I was told last summer 5 times in 5 readings from the universe that there is a new financial system that is coming up underneath the old one, and it's beneficial for all of us, humanity. So that's what I'm focusing on, okay? But so set your sights higher. Don't label it. Don't say, oh, there's a financial system and it's coming in and it has this, this, and this. Don't do that. Erase, erase, erase. Our card said that this is something brand new, breaking totally new ground, something none of us can really quite imagine. So just be open for the expansion. Don't label it and don't set limitations on it. Because if it's something that is brand new, that it's breaking totally new ground, we probably in our minds, what we've already seen and had experience with, we probably in our minds really can't fathom what this next step will be. So let's not limit it by imagining it to be anything with particular steps or pieces or labels, okay? Let's just take it as high as it can be and say, we know that there is a financial system that is coming in that is the most positive thing that humanity has ever experienced. And we are so excited and we are open to receiving it and focus it into being and help this to manifest faster. But let's not label it because we don't want to hold it up. Okay? So that's what I got. I got, yes, we are going to get a new system. It is far different than anything we have ever seen or ever imagined. And it's complicated and it's still taking a bit of time. But let's manifest that into being, guys. Let's co-create that together. Okay? All right. So I hope you found value in this. And please do like, share, comment, hit the notifications, and next time I will be back, I'm going to do a reading for twin flames. So that's what I'm going to do next time. Until then, many, many, many blessings from me to you. Please do enjoy your weekend. Many blessings and much love. Take care.